Fall is the best season for mushroom hunting. In late September, my wife and I are heading out to a forest in the Great Fall area in Virginia. Our plan is to find some nice hand-of-the-woods mushrooms. Probably because of the dry weather, we find nothing during our 2 hours walk. Just when we are about to leave, we find two beautiful lion's mane mushrooms. Lion's manes are choice edible mushrooms. They also have great medicinal property and have been used in traditional Chinese medicine. Recent studies also find these mushrooms are useful to treat dementia, so they have the nickname smart mushrooms. It has been almost 2 weeks since last rain. This means the mushrooms contain just about the most desirable amount of moisture. Not too dry, not too watery. Very fresh and ready for harvesting. These mushrooms usually grow on fallen trees or dead trees in gullies or hill slopes near lake or river, like these two we stumbled on. Lion's mane do not have many poisonous lookalikes. They can be very easily identified because of its unique feature. It's a relatively large-sized mushroom. The mature fruit body can grow as large as a monkey's head. Perhaps that's why Chinese people call it monkey's head mushroom. Of course, the most important key identifying feature of this mushroom is its white spine, or hair, on its surface. To prepare the mushroom, I first use a small brush to remove the dirt from the surface, very gently. Because the mushroom is in perfect condition, I decide not to wet it in cleaning. If you find it just a couple of days after rain, you probably will get a pretty wet mushroom, and in that case, it will easily squeeze a lot of water out. Then I cut off the root area. You can see these are some dirts, and they are not very easily removable, so we got to cut these parts off. The last step is to use a dampened paper towel to wipe the surface out, and remove with your fingers any dirt, or whatever these black spots are. I am going to try two recipes with this single mushroom. The first one is butter sherry lion's mane. For this dish, I use sliced mushroom. Add some olive oil to a pan, heat on medium-high. Add mushroom slices and salt it. I prefer to use olive oil in this step because it won't get easily burned like butter. I will add butter to flavor later on. Be patient. It will take 1 or 2 minutes for one side of the mushroom to go golden brown. I especially like the hairy part of the mushroom. It will be heavenly crispy. When both sides are brown, add dried sherry. Then some butter. Saute for another minute. And the butter cherry mushroom is ready to serve. Don't forget to add some salt and pepper to taste. For this recipe, I use cubed lion's mane. As the name of the recipe suggests, you will need some chopped pineapple and green pepper. I use Korean green pepper for this dish because it's mildly spicy. You can also use green or red bell pepper if you want more sweetness. I use fresh pineapple, but I believe canned pineapple will do as well. To prepare the mushroom for deep fry, I first beat an egg in a bowl and then mix some flour and cornstarch in another one. I didn't add salt in the flour mix, but if you prefer, you can add it to enhance the flavor. Bath mushrooms in egg beat and then roll them in flour mix. Repeat this step until you get all mushroom coated with flour mix. Heat some oil on high in a small saucepan. Add mushroom piece by piece. Let them fry until the color turns golden yellow. If you're using a small pan as I am, do not put all the mushroom in at once, as you will lower the temperature of the oil. Just fry them in two groups. Now we have beautifully fried lion's mane. Set them aside, and now it's time to cook the pineapple and green pepper. Heat on high some olive oil in the pan. Add pineapple and pepper. Stir fry until almost cooked. Then it's time to add fried lion's mane bites. And a little bit of soy sauce. If you prefer a sweeter taste, you can also add some sugar right now. But the pineapple I use is pretty ripe and sweet, and I think the sweetness will be just fine. So I'll only add some salt to taste. My wife liked the first dish, and I personally prefer the second one. But definitely both worth trying. The pineapple perfectly neutralizes the sour taste of the lion's mane. All you get is sweet, juicy, tender mushroom with crispy crust. Tastes just like crab meat.